Hello, good morning. Yeah, ascension symptoms are whoop ass, aren't they? Yeah, they sure can be. Um, I'm sorry for everybody that's going out there that's going through. My bad. The same crap, that is, you know. Um, it's interesting how things are catching up, though. With the whole bloodshot eyes and things like that. Put some cold washcloth over your eyes, man. It'll help prevent that red crap from getting in your eyes with stuff. Your bloodshot is like attacking the thyroid and your thyroid eyes and stuff like that, and it's changing the DNA through that process of, um, well, it's not just your mind, but your thyroid is really, really, really affected in the ascension symptoms and stuff like that. And more than you know, that's what's causing the eyes issue. Now the heavy crown, what they say is like a heavy head, where's the crown, and all that jazz. And there's a lot more to it than you guys think when it comes to that process. But yeah, I'm just gonna let y'all know, if you know how to use chi and you know how to just let it flow, just let that headache, open it up, release it, just let it flow through your body, and it seriously helps. Seriously. Open up that floodgate, let it flow. Let it just, because what you're doing is you're straining and you're holding back. Now, when it comes to pain and mastering pain, the first biggest mistake that people always do is the oh shit part. It's like the fucking that moment where you're like, oh fuck, I'm in pain. That surprise. That automatically sends that signal to a part of the brain that holds back and clenches, and that's a part that needs to be mastered in order, or you can master by recognizing it and not letting it happen in the first place, or you can, well, that's hard to do, but or you can just, like, when it let it happen, just let it go, let it flow. So just FYI on that factor. um I really did want to tell you guys a story that I know would help, traumatically, gravely, extremely, you know, as part of creation. Anyway, um, the story of the white wolf, when it was in creation. For all my wolf pack people out there, definitely for my family members out there that are a soul family, um, excuse me. So, when creation was being created, the world was already created, and there's the spirit animals waiting for their home. And the spirit animals are all up in heaven, surrounding the planet, watching, you know, doing what they do. But the white wolf, in particular, was most eager and most wanting to see its new home, new land, and it was just so intrigued by every little thing that was happening. It would create the environment for, like, the beetle or the deer or the fish, and would create the environment, would create the path, create its destiny, would create its reason of balance on this planet. And every little detail the wolf was just intrigued about, you know? So, anyway, one by one, each animal got its place, one by one, and it got down to the very, very nitty gritty of the planet was almost created. And the wolf was getting kind of angry and envious and a little jealous, even maybe, because it really it wanted to see its environment, it wanted to see its home, it wanted to finally just be there. But, you know, God kept on making the other environments for the other animals and stuff, and yeah, we kept on doing what we needed to do. So the wolf, finally being chose last, I was pretty damn upset about it. Everybody gets pissed off when they get picked last, right? Now, here's the mistake about being upset about being picked last is that when you're picked last, everybody's name is called. And you have a great advantage by knowing the behavior of every single person walking up to their spot in line, walking up to their chest point. You got to see that. So you really, really, if you pay attention, you know your enemy very, very well, like saying dodgeball. Come on, man. You know those people. If you're watching, yep, that's going to be a slow person. That's going to be a fast person. That's going to be, person that doesn't give a fuck. I can just hit them right away. Blah, blah, blah. You know, you know everything about every single person, you know. So, therefore, when God said to the white wolf that, after the white wolf was angry about being picked last, you know, that the white wolf should not be angry. That it had the most interest in the land that we were creating, had the most appreciation and the most awestruck of all the other creatures. All the other creatures, they just waited for their home, but you're the one that was actually watching, learning. So, therefore, picking you last, you have the most greatest instinct of all the animals. You have the greatest of knowing balance. You have the greatest, this is a animal instinct of its spirit itself within you. Because you have watched, because because you're so much in love with every detail, and you're so much eager for your own placement. You're so eager to know, yourself and knowing your environment, knowing, your destiny, and, you're so much in love with it all that I picked you last. So, for the fact that you can have it all, it's all yours. Not just a little bit, not just the little bit of environment you gave this or that or here or there. No. All instinctively, it's all yours. Not only that, but God still provided him with its path and environment and destiny and the way and things like that. But still, if you look at it, that is, how it is. You have to really look at things from a different point of view. And I know that a lot of you have not seen any miracles, which if you have faith still and still yet have not seen miracle, and you still have going through all this crap and everybody else is going, oh my God, blah, 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 and you're eagerly waiting, watching, you're that person, that's doing that. And I'd say I've seen plenty of miracles. I've seen plenty of proof. I've seen, I was born pretty much seeing miracles every day of my freaking life. If you come stay with me, I'm a walking miracle. I'm a walking paranormal proof, Everybody that comes into my crossroads pretty much will have a life-changing experience. Every single person I ever met has. But I can just imagine being just one of the normal Breakfast Clubs peoples out there, and going through this ascension and falling in love with it, but still not getting, to actually see you or, just know, man, know that there's actually a reason. All right. Very, very, very particularly special reason why people get picked last. All right. They say they save the best for last. So, and of course, the first is always last. So, there's that too. That's in a fractal conformation of just the way things work. And it is a very, very, very strong position to be in. So, I'll give you an example of a person I know. I know this guy. His name is John. Like, I know about 20 other Johns in my life that are very important for some reason. It's so weird. But, he is definitely a Morning Star family member. Now, the very, 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 very special reason why I'm talking about this guy, he is magnificent. I am talking about spiritually powerful beyond anything I've ever seen. I mean, he's got like an army of dark creature ghosts and stuff that it was scary to encounter. Very, very fucking scary. And, this wolf clan is very real. I can tell you that much. Very, very, very real. My son is definitely one of them. He's 16th generation. He's got the mark, and he's howled since he was 4 days old. It's going to be very interesting raising that kid and seeing what happens. But John, now, it's kind of hard to explain him. He is, oh my God, like a really powerful being, not an angel like me, but unlike anybody else, he actually really did fall to Earth. He was not born to this planet. And he did try very, 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 very hard to fit in and have a life, have a wife with a narcissistic woman that doesn't treat him very well, in my opinion. And having kids, which ended up not coming out right. If you know what I mean, I'm sad to say they just didn't. And all he wanted was this normal life. And he was so sad that he couldn't have it. So sad that he just pretty much shut down and turned away from everything and everybody. As a husband and a father and everything, he just tried. And he's a magnificent person. Very, very, very strong, very extremely smart. And he knows everything about the history of the family, and he knows the secrets, and he knows the truth behind everything. And I mean, magnificent fucking person. Sorry to talk about you, John, but and I know you got your friends out there watching, but God, man, you guys need to get a hold of me sometime in the future. I pray for them, I really do. They're a bit mad at me now because, like, I decided to work with the angels and making Plan A happen. It's a whole spiritual war thing between good and evil. This stuff is really ridiculous. But I'm doing what Father says. They don't know the consequences. They want to argue with me about it. It's like, it is what it is, man. These are the consequences. I ain't gonna fucking be the one that is gonna deny or take a blind eye to what's real, what's going on around there, what's coming even still. I'm not gonna turn the blind eye. I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be ready because I know thy enemy. So, anyway, that's another thing, y'all. Rest up, rest easy, man. It's gonna take a little while to harden that shell of yours after coming out of this cocoon stage. More like locusts than butterflies. But whatever you want to call it, whatever makes you more happy. Anyway, many blessings to everybody out there. And that story about the wolf, I'm not kidding about that one. He was the last to actually descend to the earth. So, and complete this cycle of that instinctive animal spirit. Anyway, it's just how it works. It's how the building construction of the architect of this world is. Now, I know that you want to become light, all light, but, which is weird. I don't understand. The words that come out of people's mouths sometimes, I have a hard time configuring what they mean. So, but I'm sure a lot of people can't understand what I'm saying either. And you can definitely tell the difference between the people who are ascending and not. I'm having trouble with what I'm personally is distinguishing character of human, because I've always had this issue of knowing what it's like to be a human type issue. So I'm having a hard time distinguishing like who is really ascending but still staying in their character of that. Or wouldn't you come out of that character and switch characters, becoming your higher self? Like a lot of people I see do, but they're not necessarily angels either. So I guess I'll have to just wait and see. I know you guys felt that shit though. I did the other day. Oh my god. I'm just saying that empty feeling that y'all might have, alright, you gotta fill it with light, man. Fill it with some kind of happy memory. Fill it with the truth, because that's how the gap works in your mind. Is when I pulled all that crap out of the stars, I'm sure you guys have felt this emptiness. And because it was all lies that it was pulled out, it was all crap. Trust me, it was crap. And so the only way to fill the gap in your mind with that light, the missing information, is with the truth, or with something that you love, or just just rest easy. And it's like a clean house. That's all it is. It's just your clean house. You got all this new space that you could fill something else with, so really. And I know the house, your room looks empty now with all this not a shit gone, but you got a new room. You get to fill it up with whatever you want. Get to fill up with the truth of yourself, and that's the purpose. So, anyway, sorry about that. It wasn't my fault. I just coursed into it. Love y'all. Bye.